happy were not discovered by the Western world until 1901, so you haven't known about them for very long at all. Wrap around a watering hole here on your left, walrus hanging out behind the island there. You see them all cuddled up, their heads sticking up out of the water. Little African pintail ducks swimming around, and then pink-back pelicans on the island. Pink-back pelicans hunt in groups. They herd the fish into the shallower water, and then it's a bit easier for them to catch them that way. As we pull up here, you get a little bit better view of these hippos. Hippos are mostly nocturnal. They stay in the water like this for a majority of the day. It helps regulate their body temperature while they sleep. Then they'll come out at night where they can eat up to 150 pounds of vegetation and maintain the massive body weight. A full-grown male hippo can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. They can hold their breath for 5 to 8 minutes, and they tend not to swim. Usually they'll sink to the bottom of the river and push off with their feet, so just kind of glide along. The yellow-billed ducks walking around the island there. They're bright yellow-billed. The big cones coming up on either side of the big cones of Earth, coming up on either side of the truck are termite mounds. They're as hard as concrete. Thompson's gazelle on your left-hand side. Small brown animal with the black stripe. He's not a baby. He's real cute, but he's fully grown. They only weigh up to 60 pounds. It's as big as they get. Big brown cows on your left are Watusi cattle or Ankoli cattle. Their horns can grow to be up to 6 feet in length and 20 inches in circumference at the base. They're hollow though, so not really that heavy for the animal to carry around. Kind of like a honeycomb structure on the inside, so there's a lot of negative space. The two-tone brown animals on your left, and there's some coming up on your right as well, are impala. Now impala have the ability to to jump distances of up to 30 feet with a single leap. To give you a brief reference point, 30 feet is going to be about the length of the truck that you're on, from bumper to bumper. Have to have a running start, but you can run straight towards the truck, take one big jump, and completely clear the full length without a problem. Male impala have horns, females do not, so it's a group of girls here. Giraffe, if you look forward to your left, way at the top of the hill, there's a couple of them standing up there. Some wildebeest as well. Make our way to that side. Way at the top of the line, right, the gray and black animals grazing up there are white-bearded wildebeest. Wildebeest migrate in groups of over 1 million, usually 1.5 million, come through the Serengeti grasslands every single year. It's the largest animal migration in the world. They're also known as gnu in Africa, spelled G-N-U. It kind of mimics the low grunting noise the wildebeest like to make. There's 3 reticulated giraffes. 4 reticulated giraffes at the top of the hill on your right. They're all eating out of the trees up there. Tallest mammal in the world. They're going to be about 6 feet tall when they're born. They'll grow to be a full 18 to 20 feet tall when they're fully grown. They get their name reticulated giraffe from the Latin word reticulata. It means net for the net-like pattern that covers their entire body. The word giraffe actually comes from an Arabic word, roughly translated. It means one who's graceful. Weigh about 2,000 to 2,500 pounds. Giraffes eat for 16 to 18 hours out of every day, so that's really what they do all day long. Thankfully, due to conservation efforts, though, they've been reintroduced into the wild, and they're now at much more sustainable levels, so it's an excellent example of what conservation can do. On your right-hand side on the ground here, there's some ostrich eggs. They're the largest bird in the world, only fitting for them to lay the largest egg of any bird in the world. One of those eggs can weigh up to 3 pounds. Mom probably just got up to get something to eat, so we'll see if we can catch up with her. You can see the rhino there. Now the rhinos, they look big and slow, kind of lazy. They're not at all. They can charge at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour. They can run quite a bit quicker than you or I ever could. And they have very poor eyesight though. They can only see about 50 to 100 feet in front of them. It's very blurry. That's what makes them such easy targets for poachers. We're beginning to get into big cat territory. There's cheetahs. Well, look forward to your left. You might see some movement in the shade. Just walk behind the bushes here.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, there's another one if you'll kind of little bit back to your left, walking right along the tall grass there. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal. They have the ability to reach speeds of up to 70 miles per hour. They can only do it for about 15 to 20 seconds, though. Their bodies overheat pretty quick because they're not that big, so I have to slow down and take a break. Cheetahs are one of the only large cats that hunt predominantly in the daytime, and it's because they rely more on their sense of sight when they hunt, rather than their sense of smell. The large rock formation on your left is known as a kopie, and if you look on top of that real flat rock on your left-hand side, the lion's taking a nap. You see his face for just a second there. Lions are inactive for 18 to 20 hours out of every day. The lioness will be doing the same thing. Contrary to popular belief, it is the lioness or a group of them that are going to go out at night and do the hunting. The lion will stay around home, protect the pride. There's an ostrich coming up on your right-hand side. Ostriches do have wings and feathers. They're flightless, though. They can run at speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. The male ostrich has the largest eye of any land animal. Bontebok in the distance on your right, dark brown antelope, and then there's a lioness laying on your left, just on the edge of the rocks there. To see her back and her ears stand up. She weighs about 400 pounds, and she'll be about 5 feet long for the tip of her nose to the tip of her tail. The lion will weigh about 550 pounds and be about 8 feet long. They're the largest carnivore in Africa by far. Nocturnal hunters, their night vision is 6 times better than yours and mine, but they are mainly going to rely on that.
Watch out, you're getting the guy's call.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
See him right there?
Plenty of deer cats. Take a look inside. You might find one up on the rock there. Looks like he has moved. So take a close look and look off and at least one on sentry duty. That simply means they're looking for any birds of prey that might potentially eat the group. Here in Florida, that would be hawks and eagles. And looking to the back and to the right under the tree, you will find an antelope. They're called Gerenuk. They do have the ability to stand on their hind legs to reach the lower leaves of the tree, leaving the taller part of the tree for taller animals, and the grass on the ground for the smaller grazing animals. You can tell the males and females apart. The males have horns and the females do not. If you look straight back, you will find a bird. And that is called a marabou stork. They do stand about 5 feet tall. They do eat carrion just like vultures do, and they do help to keep parts of Africa nice and clean. If you have any questions, my name is Ashley, and I'm dressed all in green. We will have to answer them for you. And the next animal up the trail are the gorillas.
One day I was watching him actually check the water with his stick before he crossed that river. He knows so drowning, is what he said. I'm going to ask this little girl, what does a gorilla eat? What does a gorilla eat? Pigs and fruit. They eat bark and fruit. No meat and no fish. They're herbivores. Sometimes they do eat bugs and ants, but majority of the time they eat bark and fruit. Vivian answered that question for me. Where's Vivian from?
The family goes in late. They go in around 5. Bachelors live here for late. Bachelors don't have that mid-afternoon going in the day area. They only have the one time to put it back in the morning.
If you put 3 ways, you deserve pretty prizes, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, the one that gives him the most problems is the teenager. She wants everything, knows everything, short-tempered, defies authority, and always thinks she's number 1. And that's the old lady. Oh, the matriarch.
There you go.
That is so cool.
Well, she weighs about
Amy,
235
get in
pounds.
here.
I got a good one.
Okay.
Number 2 weighs about the same, and number 3 is a teenager who's the culprit of all the problems.
I don't know how.
They act like normal teenagers.
Oh God, then there's problems.
She's fully grown. She's number 3 like her. She thinks she's number 1. She weighs about 190.
Yeah. Wow.
We have 4.
and they can only great photo opportunities. Now, as you can see, they are free to roam wherever they want. So if they want to hang out in the middle of the road, we'll just stop and wait for them to mosey on by. Let's see what she ends up doing. Yep, she's going to reach up into the trees. They spend about 20 hours out of the day feasting on the vegetation. They have a 15-inch long tongue that they just wrap around the branches, take those leaves right off. And hanging around the giraffes up ahead on the left are some Ankole cattle. Now check out the horns on them. They are 6 feet long and 20 inches around at the base. Now the Ankole cattle was actually first domesticated by the Watusi tribe, so you might also hear them called the Watusi cattle. Now the only time the height of a giraffe kind of works against them is if they end up in an area where there really aren't any trees around, because then they're forced to just bend over and eat the grass on the ground. But when a giraffe's bent over, they really don't see that well around them, so it's a pretty vulnerable position for predator attack, because well, these large groupings of grass are the hiding spots for predators like lions. They try and stalk their prey undetected. Prey like the Thompson's gazelle over on the right. Now these little guys, you can call them Tommies, are actually full grown at 60 pounds only. That is as big as they get. But that small frame lets them run really fast. This is the second fastest land animal in the world at about 55-60 miles an hour top speed. Unfortunately, that makes them second to their main predator, the cheetah. Male lions that might want to take the territory away. Now, female lions, they do the hunting in groups, and that makes lions specifically the only social hunter of the big cats. Cheetah are totally on their own. She should be kind of close. Yep, she's asleep a little bit further on the edge of the rock to his right. Now, the main reason why lions are asleep during the day is they do the hunting in the nighttime because they have exceptional night vision. It's actually 6 times better than ours. Oh, look at that hunter. And then she's a cat first and foremost. Now, that roar we associate with a male lion, that's actually used not in hunting, but kind of a warning call. He'll do it early in the morning and late in the evening to just basically let any lions in the area know this territory is his.
When I was in the car,
Have they tried? Have they tried to come over?
I don't think so. I think they know that they cannot.
There. Is it okay to see video? Is it okay with video? Yeah, it's awesome coming in. Go back.
What was that? That was our tiger. She's over in the far corner to the left there, around the rock. Oh, there he
I don't think he's gone on the
What's that?
I said, look at how they got
Oh, I know. Look that way. They look like that, but
Yeah, I know you can't.
no. They're gorgeous creatures. Now, tigers are the largest species of cat in the world. Some of them can get up to 700 pounds or more. Ours are Asian tigers. They're on the smaller side. They're about 300 to 350 pounds.
They don't purr, do they?
No, they do not purr. Not like our little cats. Nope.
He's not the only one that we have along the trek. There's still more areas to do. I know, I was going back and forth.